Hello guys, back for another video blog. I know it's been like maybe a couple months. I honestly don't remember. I think my last video blog was somewhere in October where I talked about RE6. I do remember talking about RE6. So yeah, I'm back for another one, and this is my facial hair, and it's getting out of hand. But that's okay, it'll be gone tomorrow. Well, later today, whatever. Well, most of it anyway. So, yeah. No Shave November. That's that. Anyway, yeah. Let's get to games because I've got a big old stack of them over here, and I got a couple over here, stuff over here. It's gonna be a long one. Sorry if you didn't want a long one. First, I think I'll talk about just sort of the purchases, which means bought them, haven't really played them, but I got them. That's how it goes sometimes. So especially this time of year, unfortunately. And but the good news is there's just nothing really else to get before the end of the year. I mean, I know I'm getting some Christmas gifts, but as far as like new stuff, there's like Far Cry 3 next week, and that's about it. So, yeah. But yeah, let's get to some of these new games. Well, some of them aren't exactly new, but I did just newly buy them, so yeah. And one of them is Journey Collector's Edition, which comes with Flower and Flow and Journey. And I haven't played this, obviously, and I did not spend that much. Black Friday sales. Same with Doom 3 BFG. Always did like Doom 3, so I imagine I'll enjoy this. This comes with Resurrection of Evil, I think. Yeah. Only thing is, it's a brand new version of the game. Why doesn't it have online co-op? I don't know. I'll never understand that. That doesn't count. Okay. Spec Ops: The Line, which was a gift, actually. Dance Central 3. Yeah. Forza Horizon. And GoldenEye Reloaded 007. This was a gift as well. Gifts for me, not for somebody else. Why would I show you gifts that I'm giving to somebody else? I don't know. So yeah, there's these. And these I have not played or haven't played much of. So, rented GoldenEye like last year when it came out. Thought it was okay. So, wanted it. You know, sort of a back burner purchase. Forza Horizon, it's a game. It's a racing game. See? Car, you race. Dance Central 3, well, it's more for my girlfriend. And then Spec Ops: The Line, always wanted it. It was cheap, Black Friday. Was a gift for me, once again. Doom 3, I already told you all about that. Okay, get these the hell out of here. Okay. Alright, now on to... I guess I can get these out of the way too. I also got Fling Smash and Wii Play Motion because I was so excited to check out these games that are not obviously gimmicks to sell controllers. Well, no, I haven't played these, not once. What I really got it for was because of this. Got Wii Play Motion and Fling Smash to get this. Why? This was $15 on Black Friday at Walmart. And it comes with controller, a Wii Motion Plus Wii Remote. These things are normally $40. So why would I spend $40 to get one of these when I could spend $15 and I get a crappy game with it? For the record, I could sell this crappy game, so it doesn't make much difference to me. Crappy game or not. Now I'll get rid of these games before I start talking about the main attraction, of course. Which, if you're reading the video title, you already know it's the Wii U. So, yeah. WWE 13. I did pick this up the end of October. I think I got it on release day. It's a lot of fun. It's probably the best wrestling game I played in a long time. I really enjoyed Attitude Mode. I'd say pick it up if you're interested. I know it was recently really cheap on Black Friday, so I'd probably already have it if you wanted it whatsoever. Hitman Absolution. And the one game I wanted to bring over, I didn't bring over. Duh. There's a lot to remember. But that stuff's all out of the way now, so it's much easier. Hitman Absolution. Well, I like this game a little bit. Well, I liked it a lot, but I got about, I don't know, 4 or 5 chapters into the game, a couple of hours, 3 hours, and the game decided to eat my save. A cutscene loaded for the next chapter. I was like, okay, well, all right, let's play the next chapter, rip roaring to go. And the next chapter loads, the cutscene starts playing, and the game crashes. And what do I see in the little corner? Okay, when you start up games now and they have auto-saving and they say, oh, you see this if you see this icon, don't turn off your system or turn off the game because it'll screw up your save file. So what do I see? I see that little thing in the corner. And the game's froze. The game's completely frozen. I push the guide button, it does nothing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do except turn off the game system. I left it there for a good 5 minutes, nothing happened. So I turn off the game system, thinking, oh, what the hell. Let's see the damage. So fire Hitman back up, sure enough, says, save file's damaged, you're screwed. You have to start over. And I have not played it since. Do you blame me? Same thing happened with Batman Arkham City last year, although that time it had the decency to wait until I had finished the game. And then same thing would happen with RE5. I'd 100% of the game and it deleted my save file. But at least those games had the decency to wait till I was done, This one, I'll come back to it at some point. I'm weak. And then Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Just got this because it was real cheap. And not bad. It's okay. Campaign's more fun than multiplayer to me. But it's not bad. And then the game I meant to bring over was Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Because that's a freaking blast. I've been playing the heck out of that. You see me on Xbox, that's what I've been playing. For the most part. Maybe that and Hitman. That's about it. Maybe, and today goes Recon. But Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is up. And I forgot Halo as well. Anyway, Black Ops 2 is a fun game that has a lot going on with it. And I never played the first Black Ops, but this is really, really fun. A lot more fun than Modern Warfare 3 to me. And if you know me, I wasn't the biggest fan of Modern Warfare 3. You can always tell by how much I play a game, how much I like it. I mean, that's pretty well and true. And I think I've already played more of this than I have ever played Modern Warfare 3. Ever. So, there's that. Also, I realized the sun is coming out of my living room over here. And I notice weird things. And yes, the fridge is a snowman. There you go. Okay. Alright. And then there's Halo, which I have played quite a bit of. I enjoy it, but Black Ops sort of took over. Oh, what are you gonna do, right? Well, Black Ops took over, and then something else. I mean, the Wii U took over. And these are all of my Wii U games thus far. That's quite a few. And that doesn't even include Sing Party, but who cares? So that's a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 if you count Sing Party. And wish I could say I like all of them. Funky Barn, which I have not done any videos of. It's not too funky. I know. I thought the same thing. How could a game called Funky Barn not really be funky. But I'll tell you what. Look at this cover art. You saw that in the store? Wouldn't you just be like, oh, game clerk, I need this. This right here. This, I want this. All right. Oh, well, would you look at that? Well, that pig looks awfully excited. Anyway. That right there, me doing that, is more fun than Funky Bar. Anyway, Game Party Champions. Moving on. I think this game's actually worse than the Funky Barn. And I think these two are probably the first shovelware titles available on the Wii U. And also, I'll notice something. Game Party Champions advertises Nintendo Network support. So let's have a glance at the back of these here boxes. This is what they look like on the back. And see what it says. Broadband access required for online play. Okay, then it says right here, what are the features? Online leaderboards. That doesn't sound like online play to me. Anyway, it has a collection of mini games. Most of them suck. That's really all there is to it. And I've shown you, if you look on my channel, there's videos of the bad ones, some of the bad ones. They're mostly bad. I think Skill Shot is okay. That's about it. Miniature Golf is just terrible. Seriously, you want to be nauseous playing a game. Game Party Champions, the Miniature Golf. That's all you need to know. Moving on to an actually good game, Scribblenauts Unlimited, which I played quite a bit of. I've completed the first area, you want to call it, and it's pretty fun. You're Maxwell, this little guy, of course. He's been in all the Scribblenauts games, I think. This is the first one I've ever actually played. I can go around and you complete objectives, you know. Everybody has problems, and it's up to you to solve them, and you collect star rights to help your sister. That's really all there is to it. And, I mean, sounds pretty normal to me. One thing that's interesting about this version, the Unlimited, is that, and the fact that it's on the Wii U, it has Nintendo themed stuff, so I can spawn like a coin for Mario, or I can spawn a mushroom and it'll make somebody huge, or I could spawn Yoshi and ride him, or somebody like that, Mario, I'm sure. I haven't tried everything yet. And that's kind of neat. I mean, it's a little nifty. Not really all that interesting, but, you know, kind of cool. And then you can create and share content, which I have not done yet, so, yeah. Next up is New Super Mario Bros. U, which has probably been my favorite Wii U game so far. It's apparently, from what I've read, I understand it's a lot like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which I never played once. And that's really all I need to know. It's a lot of fun. It's got a ton of levels, ton of extra modes, challenge, boost rush, craziness, and whatnot. Okay. So yeah, it has that. You can play everything with the gamepad. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you. I mean, not that this is not something you don't already know, but it's a gamepad right here, and it's about that big. Now, this is how you play it. Well, I don't really play it like this. No, but about normal, this is how I would play it, holding it like this. Now let's say that you are a game. And I'm going to try to play you. Okay, well, you're Mario or something, and which is great. You know, you ought to feel good. So I'm going to play you. Okay, So, all right, I'm looking at you, looking at the screen, and then all of a sudden I decide to glance down at the gamepad. And now that's all I can play is on the gamepad. I don't know if it's just me, but I've heard other people having the same problem. Or, well, it's not really a problem, the same, you know, sort of way of thinking is that I end up looking at this thing more than I do the TV screen when I'm playing the game. Especially like Mario or something, where the same thing is being shown on the TV as on here. And I just figure, why not? You know, if I'm all I'm going to do is look at this, why don't I just have the TV off? Which I've done several times. Sometimes I just play this like a handheld, and I know that a lot of people tend to downplay that feature. Some people do anyway. That it's not that big a deal, whatever. But it's sort of natural. I don't know if it's just, like I said, I don't know if it's just me or a couple of people or whatever. But to me, it's just natural that you're looking at the thing that you're holding. Which is, you know, weird, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool in a way, and I like games that support it. The ones I've talked to you so far, New Super Mario Bros. U and Scribblenauts both support it. Game Party Champions and Funky Barn do. Game Party Champions does not, absolutely. Like its gamepad support absolutely sucks. This is how you play Game Party Champions. Yeah, bad. And the thing is, yeah, so I don't know, like I said, it's a weird thing, and it's something that you don't really realize or understand until you've actually done it yourself. Another game we have on the Wii U, I'm going to put this over here, but yeah. I want to talk about the gamepad just for a second. It's deceptively light, I think. A lot of people think, oh, well, I've held an iPad before, it's going to be about as heavy as that. And they pick this up and it's actually really light. I mean, it might weigh, I don't know, a pound or so. I might even be overestimating it. Because I'm not very good at weights when it comes to things. So yeah, and it's got 2 thumbsticks, buttons right here, and then triggers, which as far as I can tell are just buttons. So yeah, and then on the face here you got your home button, which is a lot like the Wii's home button or the 3DS's home button, and then TV button, which does this, and I can control my TV with it, volume, channel, power input. I can mess with the power, I can mess with my cable box, so I can do stuff like that, guide, and then when I'm navigating the guide on my cable box, this, like the D-pad suddenly becomes like the, you know, the up and down buttons on the remote, and A and B allows you to select and whatnot. So it's kind of neat. It's a TV remote in that case, and I don't know. It's a novelty feature. It's not something anybody would ever buy the system for, but it's kind of neat when you do it. Sometimes, I don't know, not having to fiddle around or look for a remote or something because you can never find them when you want them. So there's that. And what you saw was I pushed the TV button, not the power button, on the Wii remote, so it can function just as a TV remote if you want. And then you just push it again and it goes away. And then it has a webcam, but not many games really use that yet. And then it does come with its own stylus. It's right here. And there's the infrared thingy. Volume control is a dial right here, and I kind of wish that it was digital volume or buttons, like, you know, go up, sort of like on my iPhone. Like, it's got these 2 volume buttons, and you push it up to make it go up, push it down, make it go down. That way I could have more precise volume control, because this is a very small dial right here. See, I don't have much control over the volume. So I wish it did, but it's not that big of a deal, I guess. And you can turn it all the way off if you'd like. It's got a headphone jack, so that even further emphasizes playing this like a handheld. And then right there we've got power jack where you can plug in the gamepad and plug it in the dock. It only lasts, I think, about 4 hours. I've had it last. And of course it depends on the game, how much you're using the gamepad, stuff like that, so whatnot. And then on the bottom it's got the feet for the dock that it comes with. Well, the deluxe anyway. I have the deluxe model, which has 32 gigs of space and I don't know, a gigabyte of RAM or something, I don't know. Anyway, moving on, games. Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Wii U edition, which you can play just on the gamepad if you'd like. Kind of neat. I played online and I beat one person, and I'm never playing it online again because I'm undefeated. But it has some exclusive Nintendo stuff, new Wii U stuff, like you can play as Mario, you can play as Luigi, you can play as Star Fox, stuff like that. Well, you can dress up Tekken characters as them. It's a pretty fun fighting game. I've never been a huge fan of Tekken, but it's okay. Next up is ZombiU, which is probably seems to be the game that most people are interested in with the Wii U, at least as far as like, you know, core gamers. And I haven't really, to be honest, I haven't really played it much, which I kind of feel bad about. And I'm going to change that real soon. And this is going to sound really stupid and really silly, so just bear with me here. But one of the reasons I haven't really played it much is because I can't just play it on the gamepad. I know that sounds really stupid, and I know somebody in the comments is just going to be like, that's really stupid. And I know it is. I'm completely aware, and I'm going to fix it. It's just sort of this thing, I don't know, where I don't need to worry about turning on the TV. I don't need to be worrying about taking up the TV, especially when you live with somebody who likes to watch TV a lot and play other games and whatnot. Then it's just firing it up on the gamepad, playing it on the gamepad. I love it, you know, just doing that. The only downside to doing that is I have to get up and walk to the console to change games. I guess if I bought digital games, I wouldn't have to, but yeah. Still, I don't know, it's just a weird thing. And I will be playing more ZombiU real soon. From what I played, it's really, really hard. But that's the type of game I'm looking for. When I went into it, it's definitely like an old school survival horror game mixed with sort of some Dark Souls elements and things like that. So yeah, zombies. Then we have Batman Arkham City Armored Edition, which the armored stuff just means that he's got some extra bat power. It's called like Battle Armor Tech Mode. I read that on the box. I'm not that smart. It's which is, you know, you're basically invincible at that point, as far as I could tell. And it's really, really easy to charge up. So, game's really easy, as if it wasn't easy already. And it includes all the previously released DLC, so that'll be neat to check out. It has some bat features that you can use the gamepad for. That you can use the gamepad for. Not all that interesting because it's just stuff you could do in the start menu in the other versions. So yeah, but yeah, Arkham City is a good game. So Nintendo Land, which I have played quite a bit of actually. Of the mini games that are listed on the back here, which calling them mini games isn't really that much of a. I don't think it's really doing them all that much justice, but it's still, you know, whatever. I played Legend of Zelda Battle Quest, which is a game where one person holds the Wiimote, or the gamepad, and one person has the Wiimote, and they're swinging the Wiimote, you know, like a sword, and one person is like their Link, and then another person could be holding the gamepad and holding it up or whatever and shooting arrows at people, and the gamepad's view will be zoomed in while the TV's view is sort of zoomed out. So it's kind of interesting, and it's really fun in, you know, when you play it with friends or 2 or more people. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, it's quite a fun, actually fun mini game. Quite difficult though. You really have to be paying attention and using your shield and whatnot, which is what you use the R button for. And yeah, I don't know, it's fun. I played Metroid Blast. It's okay. Mario Chase, Luigi's Ghost Mansion, and Animal Crossing Sweet Day are all a lot of fun with at least 3 players. Mario Chase is pretty intense, you know, where you're these toads and you're going around chasing Marios and stuff like that. Pretty interesting, pretty crazy stuff. And then I have played Yoshi's Fruit Cart, which, if you've ever played the iPad game Draw Race or Spy Mouse, you already kind of know how this plays, although it's sort of blind, wherein you have Yoshi, you have like sort of a Yoshi cart or whatever, and you have to take the Yoshi cart and go around this sort of field, this grassy field, and collect fruit. And when you do that, you know, it'll lose my train of thought, and right in the middle of talking about a game that's intelligent. You draw, you know, you have to draw based on where you think it is, based on the TV, because the TV will show you exactly where everything is. But on the gamepad, it'll only show you a blank field, so you don't know where the fruit is. So when you're drawing for Yoshi to collect the fruit, you have to sort of play guesswork, and then make him go up and, you know, complete the, you know, to the door or whatever. And the door only opens when Yoshi's collected all the fruit. So yeah. Moving on, I've played the only other game I've played is Donkey Kong's Crash Course, which is a tilt game where you're tilting the gamepad to make it move, and you have to move a cart along, you know, like sort of like a train track, and make it move down and to the objectives. And it's pretty hard because you can't really do anything sudden or quick or jerky, or you'll lose. So yeah. Then we have Epic Mickey 2, which I haven't really played, and Ninja Gaiden 3, which I haven't really played either. I played a couple minutes of it. There's that. I do know that Ninja Gaiden 3 also supports, and Arkham City also support the off-TV play, which I guess is what the term is, where you can play the game completely without the TV. Although my biggest gripe so far about the off-TV play, which I know I've already talked enough about, and oh my god, this video has almost been a half hour. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. Developers really need to stop hiding the option for off-TV play. Because from what I understand, there's Mass Effect 3 that you can play, which I don't have or haven't played, that you can play, you play off TV mode, but only if you hold on the screen or something like that, or hold down the start button, I think it is, and then it'll transfer the game to the gamepad and you can play it. What the heck's with that, you know? Whatever. And then there's, what is the game? And then there's Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I'm tired, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Where what you do is you flick I think you flick on the gamepad or something, and it makes all the screen, you know, show up on the gamepad or whatever. And that's like, how would you ever know to do that? Same with the Mass Effect 1, holding down the start button. And then the rest of them, as far as I can tell, Ninja Gaiden, Tekken, Batman, Scribblenauts, which is actually like the least offensive one of the bunch. They all have it in the option screen. With Scribblenauts, you can easily find it. You push options, push a check mark, and there it is. The thing is with Scribblenauts though, like it's already showing you everything on the gamepad. It just doesn't have the sound, so it's just manipulating the sound. And then with Mario, everything that's on the gamepad is on the TV, including sound. It's all the same, so that's never an issue. And then Tekken, it's like hidden in some weird option. Same with Ninja Gaiden. Same with Assassin's Creed, which I've rented. Batman, it's a little better. It's pretty much just like Scribblenauts in that it's sort of its own option on the screen. It's not hidden in screen options or game options or whatever options. Like you just have to guess. I don't know. That's what I had to do with, I think, Tekken, and Tekken calls it something weird, so you don't even know you don't even really know what you're pushing. Epic Mickey doesn't have it, but it should. It's really inconsistent right now, and I'm talking way too much about it, but it's really inconsistent. But I imagine this is something that'll be fixed as more developers put over games, or I imagine sort of thing with the Wii U is that it's gonna get some 360 and PS3 ports for a little while, which isn't bad. I mean, that's fine. It's got to flesh out its library somehow, and it might as well be already great games brought over. Which I don't know how easy that is. I'm not a developer, but if all these other developers have already done it with Ninja Gaiden and Tekken and Batman and there's others, I don't know. If they've already done it, it can't be that hard. So I don't know, especially if it's working with the gamepad is as easy as they say it is. Okay. See, this is why I need to do regular video blogs, because this Xbox stuff could have been put off as its own. And I should have done one before the Wii U came out. And this is why it's taken me so long to do another one. But you know what? I've jabbered on for 32 minutes, and actually, this video is already supposed to be done today, like way earlier yesterday pretty much, because I did it. I got about 7.5 minutes in, and I was using YouTube's built-in webcam recorder thing, and it ate it. It said server error right in the middle of it, so, which means it just eats your video, which is just kind of crappy. But that's why I'm doing it this way this time, and probably won't ever use the YouTube way again if it's just going to do that. So anyway, my throat is dry. So this is where I'm going to leave you. See ya.